Yesterday was one of the toughest matches for Aston Villa this season. We were playing against Liverpool. I knew that when this spell was coming, Man City, Liverpool, Bournemouth, I knew this is going to be a tough spell. So I was not expecting anything. In fact, the prediction also said that there are only 20% chances of Aston Villa winning against Liverpool. So keeping all of this in mind, the hopes were not that high. But that was me last week before our match against Man City happened. And the way we performed against Man City, I felt like our defense system is so good, and there is a certain kind of excitement. And also, there's a joke, right? Like Aston Villa ends up playing really well against these big teams and will lose to some like small unknown team from, yeah, whatever. So, because of the Man City match, there was like this tiny hope inside me. I really felt that we might be able to win. And if not win, I felt like the best case scenario would be a draw at Anfield. And I was wrong, man. I didn't share it with anyone because I didn't want to jinx it. But yeah, we had a very, very tough match. I think our first half was still pretty good. Our performance was quite on point. The defense looked great. Like we carried forward the confidence and the performance from the Man City match. But towards the extra time before half time, Martinez made this mistake, and he asked Pau Torres, like he also pointed to Pau Torres to come to a position, but some brain fart happened. Like he forgot that Pau Torres has moved to the position he's asked him to, and he still threw the ball right into Mohamed Salah's arms, man. Like this is like a goal served on a platter to Liverpool. And another reason why I expected that there's something surprising can happen in this match is because Liverpool's been having such a terrible time. Like they've not won a match in some 4 5 matches, right? So I felt like Aston Villa can really get onto that bus and take advantage of their bad form, but they also had to turn things around against Aston Villa only. I'm a big Mohamed Salah fan, but like yesterday's goal, it was too easy for him, man. It was our mistake, completely our mistake. Now the second half starts. I've always seen teams turn around or have a good kind of. I'm sure they're getting a good pep talk from the manager. So I mean, Unai Emery must have given them a piece of his mind and like must have motivated them also. But like 56th minute, the second goal happened, and then it was all downhill. Like all we did after that was defend, defend, and I feel that. That's kind of a problem with Aston Villa. I mean, there are two problems. I would talk about both of them. I feel the first problem is that we don't have a winner's mentality. Now, this is a term I would hear from my partner, and I didn't understand it. Also, I felt like this is such enigmatic term. What does it even mean? And then he would explain like there are some teams that will be down in the pits, and there is no way for them to make a comeback. But because they have a winner's mentality, they get into this zone of like, how can our club be losing against, and like, especially in matches that matter. He would say that Real Madrid has that, and then there was this epic match of Man City versus Aston Villa in which we were winning 2-0, and I think in the 80th minute onwards they turned things around and they didn't just draw it, they won. So this is what he would call the winner's mentality, and I feel that Aston Villa lacks it. I feel that very soon, if a goal is scored against us, here the two goals were scored, but even if one goal is scored against us, we have a very tough time making a comeback. Um Mentally, I mean, you can see it in the players, like they lose heart. A lot of times, confidence is the reason which is not making them come up with innovative goals or convert anything into a goal. And that's what we saw in the whole of second half. Aston Villa struggling to convert chances, and we did defend well, except for the mistakes that we made. But I feel that this mentality is needed. And the second very important, which is a skill part, which obviously one can see. I don't have great ball knowledge, but still I can see that we are in a desperate need for a striker. uh, because I think Watkins is out of form now almost for 2 seasons. Like he'll show these bursts of great performance here and there, but we know that he's not playing well. And then Gusand is making a lot of mistakes. Like, I had very high expectations from him, and I'm not the kind of person who'd want to like say bad things about players in my team, but I can see that we don't have a striker. We don't have a good striker. I really hope that this January window we're able to get someone, because otherwise, I mean, of course, we have this dogged energy. We have really experienced players when they take it upon themselves and they give a great performance, but that can't sustain us in front of these exemplary teams, right? They have the best players in the world. They've bought them, and like we have nothing na skill wise. So yeah, that are the two things that I take from yesterday's match, that we need a better mentality and we really need a striker. Our next match is the third match into the series that I thought was very tough, which is Bournemouth, but at least it's at Villa Park. It's a home match, and we can still claim the title of how Villa Park is this castle that you can't break into. I mean, castle's not the right word, fort that you can't break into. So I hope that we're able to hold that fort together. I'm looking forward to the Bournemouth match. Till then, up the Villa.